Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Sean, and welcome to Smiles Reacts. Today, we'll be reacting to some Reddit posts, specifically, Am I the A-hole? So let's get right into it, shall we? Am I the a-hole for taking off my shorts to dry them under a hand dryer? Good question. Hello, I-27 male was in a train station waiting to take an Amtrak train drinking some water. I somehow managed to spill the water all over my shirt and shorts. Not wanting to get on the train looking like I peed myself, I went into the bathroom to deal with it. Totally sensible, I would do the same. I spilled liquids on myself and did not want to parade around looking like I as well peed myself. So we've been there. Well, as a male, I've been there. This could happen to a female as well, as a human, I've been there. I stretched my shirt out to get it under the hand dryer and did a good job of drying that, but the dryer was too high off the ground to help out with my shorts. So I looked around to make sure no kids were in there. It was somewhat crowded, but only adults. Good move there, by the way. And then slipped off my shorts to dry them more effectively under the dryer. I had underwear on, so it's not like it was anything indecent. Well, good thing to point that out because, if you didn't have underwear on, trust me, everybody would have made a scene. And then we would all know what the answer is to your question. When I did, I heard some guy around my age say, all right then, a couple of looks, and I didn't think anything of it. But one guy, about 10 or 15 years older than me, came up to me and said, cover up, this is no place for that. At this point, my shorts were 95% clean, but I don't like being told what to do, so I dried them for another 15 more seconds before putting them on. The guy muttered, a-hole, and walked away. Now, was I in the wrong for doing this? It's a bathroom. It's not like I was nude. Technically, someone outside the bathroom could have seen the hand dryers if they really tried, but in my opinion, if you're peeking into a bathroom, that makes you a weirdo. So what's the verdict? First of all, to the last point, yes, anyone trying to peek into the washroom, is a weirdo. However, a parent could be waiting for, a child that is old enough to go on their own, and maybe they're just outside the door kind of waiting. So still, I get your point on that. No, I don't think you're a-hole, right? You did have underwear on, so you weren't naked, which is the most important factor, right? You're in a still public place, right? It's not like a private washroom, you're in public. But like I said, I've spilled stuff on my shirt, shorts. It's happened before. I'm positive I've seen someone do that as well. Maybe it wasn't a shorts, could have been a shirt, but you know what? You spill something, that's really the only option. You're in public. You don't want to be, it can be embarrassing. So I'm going to say you're not the a-hole. But just be careful again. Maybe when you're drinking liquids like that, just try to get the liquids in the mouth and not all over thyself. Now let's see what we got next. Alright, this one is, am I the a-hole for not allowing a family to come over for Thanksgiving? Well, let's see about that. Some people like privacy, some people like to entertain. We shall see. So I, 30 female, had plans changed when my boyfriend couldn't visit this Thanksgiving. My brother, 27 male, planned to have his dinner with my mother, 50 female, and her family, so I was going to spend it alone. The issue arose when my mother called me and demanded, yes, demanded, I invite a family from her church to spend Thanksgiving at my house. I naturally said no, and then she asked me to give them my turkey, and I said no again. It went back and forth until she snapped that I am a selfish witch, and my turkey isn't even good. Before I could explain that I wasn't comfortable with strangers at my house, she hung up on me and won't answer my calls. I don't think I'm a jerk, but I feel a bit guilty. Like maybe I could have offered to give her church friends at least $100. Okay, folks, what do you think? I personally don't think you're the a-hole. Here's a question. were you still planning on cooking something for yourself? If not, and you did already buy the turkey, you don't want to put the turkey to waste. But your mother also didn't give you the opportunity to come up with an option. Her hanging up on you and then ignoring your calls didn't give you an option to voice your, let her know, hey, well, I can't do this, but maybe we can do that. So, you know what? I don't think you're the a hole. I wouldn't be having strangers over my house. I'm sorry. I'm not a religious person. So, and even if I was, you know what? If it's not people I know from I'm just not comfortable having strangers over my house. So we'll leave it at that, religious or not. But, so I'm going to say my verdict on this one. You're not the a hole. All right. So we got one more for you guys tonight on the Am I the a hole? And this one is, am I the a-hole for refusing to pay for our friend's now broken iPhone and sunglasses that our son broke? Okay, this one's going to be interesting, so buckle up. I am a 27-year-old female and my husband is a 32-year-old male. Our son in question is 6 months old. Now, whenever someone holds them, we warn them that they'll try to grab their glasses or phone, and sometimes even your hair. Been there, get it. All young kids, babies, 6 months old, totally understand that. Now, we are trying to break this habit, but he is 6 months old. Again, I get it. Now, I warned my husband that a friend of mine, 33 female, let's call her Jean, coming for a visit and wants to hold him, which we didn't mind. Not at all. I warned her about it all, saying, oh, Beth, taking your sunglasses off your head, he'll grab them. Now, these are, hold on. I'm going to try this again. Now, these are Gucci sunglasses, costing almost 800 pounds UK, which to me is a crazy amount for sunglasses, but to each their own. Agreed. She rolled her eyes at me and accused me of hogging my own baby. I warned her again. She said, it's fine. So, you gave her warning. You said, be careful of the sunglasses. That should have been enough for her to be like, oh, you know what? Hold on. No, she didn't, or even ask you to hold them while you hold the baby. She could have done that. But I digress, and let me get back to this. So she stood holding him, took her phone out, wanted to take a selfie, which again I'm fine with, as long as it's not posted. Don't want a pic of him online as of yet. That is very fair from any parent, and anyone who thinks otherwise clearly isn't a parent or just doesn't get it. He, of course, grabbed her sunglasses, got excited as he got them, waved his hand about the sunglasses, and they flew. I can picture this whole thing happening, and again, I don't blame the child. She screamed, scaring him, which, 6-month-old would be scared if an adult all of a sudden screams. He panicked and flailed, hitting her iPhone to the floor. I quickly took him as she was freaking out. You know what? Let me just finish this before I say anything more. She says I need to buy her a new iPhone 16 and replace her sunglasses or give her the money for them, which is approximately 2,300 pounds. In Canadian, that would be close to around 3,000, maybe around 2,800 to 3,000, somewhere in that bracket. I said we can't pay that as it's not even my monthly wage. Plus, I am on maternity, so no. But also, I don't feel like I should, as you ignored my warnings. There. I'm called heartless for not being more understanding of her I'm sure she meant to write being upset, but I was more concerned with calming down my son. My husband just shrugged, telling her I did warn her. Facts. I fixed the issue. Oh, sorry. Now she just basically wants to know, she the a-hole. So she wants to know, she the a-hole. In my opinion, no. You warned her ahead of time and all your friends that come by, which maybe this friend isn't around kids enough because that's a natural reaction for a young baby, young child. You gave her, especially at the beginning when you warned her twice, didn't listen. And then, you know, you want to hold a young child that is already kind of flailing around with the sunglasses and you want to do the selfie, like, you're irresponsible as an adult. I'm sorry. You're not the a-hole. Make your friend is at fault for not listening to you. Agree with your husband. I hope you don't pay him. Folks, I would love to hear what you have to say on this one. Leave your feedback in my comments. Let me know. Are they the a-hole? Should they pay? What do you think? Should they give something or help out a little? Anything. Just give me your opinion or feedback. Now, everybody, that is it for today on Smiles Reacts. Again, this is a new channel, so please give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. And of course, most importantly, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Peace. Have a good night, everyone.